Hi, good afternoon. My name is Saud Qureshi, and this is my um, persuasive speech. For almost everyone in this world, there are issues and civil services that matter a lot to them. Those are subjects that they really care about. An example of one of those would be cause that a person actively supports and keeps up with. Although there are a few causes that I actively support, but the one that I think requires the most attention, that would be the cause of poverty and hunger. Throughout the United States, there is such a big concern for people, especially kids, going to sleep hungry or just not getting the required malnutrition. There's one organization, though, that is helping fight that cause, and that organization is by the name of Feeding America. Feeding America is a non-profit based organization that is actively working to lead the nation fight against hunger. This organization is a nationwide network of food banks that feeds more than 46 million people through their food pantries, their shelters, soup kitchens, and other community-based agencies through America. We as a nation need to support such community-based agencies throughout America. We as a nation need to support such organizations by spreading awareness and helping out through donation and volunteering. Here's a quick
If you
video
had to
that explains
choose
it.
between food and gas for your car, between food and medical care, between food and the roof over your head, what would you choose? Every day, millions of Americans are making these difficult choices. Each month, 34% of households served by the Feeding America network have to make the choice between paying for food and paying for transportation to get to work or school. 31% of households have to choose between paying for medical care and paying for meals. And more than 27% have to make the choice to feed their family or pay for housing for the month. If you had to choose, what would you do? The Feeding America nationwide network of food banks serves every community in America, providing nutritious meals to people struggling with hunger. Together, we can solve hunger in America, so no one has to choose anything ahead of feeding their family. We know the face of hunger is changing. Your neighbor, your coworker, your brother, your grandmother. Every day, people around you could be struggling with those tough choices, and they wouldn't be alone. The Feeding America, Hunger in America 2014 study shows that 1 in 7 Americans turns to our network for help each year. That's more than 46 million Americans, including 12 million children and 7 million seniors. The people we serve have jobs, raise families, face health issues, serve our country, and seek education. Today's face of hunger is hardworking and hopeful. Underemployment, stagnant wages, and a rising cost of living have impacted these families and individuals. More than half of households served by the Feeding America network report at least one person working in the past year. The person who has worked the longest is more likely to be employed part-time than full-time, and many are giving back to the country. 20% of households have at least one member that has served in the U.S. military. Our clients struggle with rising medical costs and ongoing health issues. 1 in 3 households has a member living with diabetes. 58% report high blood pressure, and 79% are purchasing cheaper, unhealthy food in an effort to provide enough food for the household. The median monthly household income of Feeding America network clients is $927. Like an increasing number of Americans, the people we serve look to education to improve their lives. 19% of households report having an adult student in the home. With the support of the Feeding America network, families and individuals have the fuel to make positive choices and work toward a better future. Through your neighborhood food pantry, local youth program, nearby senior center, or meal kitchen, the Feeding America network is helping in your community. We believe everyone can choose to help create a hunger-free America. Individuals, charities, businesses, and government all have a role in ending hunger. Donate, volunteer, advocate, educate. Join us.
Alright, so as you guys saw, this issue is really big and our cause is firm. Hence, this is why I believe that this organization is doing a great load of work to overcome this hunger problem. Why I said this organization requires more attention by the people. That is because not so many people are aware of what's going on around them. People are not aware of their neighbors and people in their communities who are going through such hunger problems. Even though many studies have shown that 1 out of every 6 Americans struggles with hunger. That means if you look around and start noticing, a huge number of people around us can be undergoing such malnutrition issues. A study found that more than 50 million people nationwide were food insecure in 2011. That's 1 in 6 people in the United States. That study emphasizes on how big this issue is and how we require a huge help in order to fight this issue. According to that study by the Capital Ideas, almost $22 billion would be required to meet the needs of all food insecure people in the US. Now, once that we are aware of this big issue around us, we need to start taking action in order to be able to help these people. We can do that by donating, we can do that by volunteering, and the best organization to participate and help in is Feeding America. As a general population, we can't do much to help, but every single bit that we do is appreciated, and it's necessary to be able to assist our nation overcome this problem. We need to help these people because they're dependent on people like you and I to be able to help with their food problem. If people really want to make a difference, they need to connect with an organization such as Feeding America that can put their help to the best use. A lot of people don't have enough income to make a donation, and others just don't have enough time to volunteer. That is perfectly fine, because we can even help just by raising awareness about this issue, by talking to others about it, by educating our kids. Literally, the help of millions of Americans is needed. People like you and I who know that their help can bring change. There are many different ways we can volunteer. Some of them include volunteering to work in the soup kitchens, transporting food to the local agencies, repackaging donated foods for use at the food pantries, and we can virtually volunteer as well. Things as simple as these listed, many of us can do with no problem. So we need to participate in something like this for a good cause. Just the fact that there are many people around us who need our help should be enough to motivate us to help out and bring change. Along with the average population, some of the big corporations are doing just the same. There are many ways to give, and Feeding America makes it easier for us by providing an online access. The most common option to give and help this organization is by donating. For every single dollar that is donated, Feeding America's network of food banks provides 10 meals to people facing hunger. That is a significant number and shows that even the smallest donation can have such a huge impact. In the year 2014 alone, Feeding America provided 3.3 billion meals to 46 million people. This shows the dependency of people on Feeding America and this organization's dependency on us to help them. Along with donating as much money as you can afford, you can also help this nation out by participating in the local food drives. We can also honor someone special by making a gift to Feeding America in their name. An honor gift is a really meaningful way to celebrate a birthday, anniversary, a holiday, or the memory of a loved one. And this gesture is like my money. We are also able to donate our food, and we can partner with local grocery stores to help out the community as well. People can go to their local food banks and help out by giving and volunteering too. The solutions are simple, but the problem of hunger is really big, which is why we need as much help as we can get to make sure that the problem of hunger is wiped off. Donating doesn't have to be a big amount. It can be as much as anyone can give. Some can afford a lot, while others just simply cannot. For those who cannot afford much, they can help simply by raising awareness about the hunger problem in the States, also by volunteering whenever they can. And for people, rich people like Warren Buffett, they can donate as well as raise awareness to overcome these issues. There are many people who can afford a lot, just like Warren Buffett. They have the resources and they have the finances and they want to bring change, so they help out. Mr. Buffett, as an example, encouraged and pushed farmers into donating an acre of their farm crops to Feeding America. This effort can help generate millions worth of food and can help overcome hunger security problems. We need to learn from people like him who have donated $3 million himself just for the betterment of this nation. We can do the same. Effort will be different and so will be the amount, but as long as we do something, this nation should progress and this problem wouldn't stay much longer. We are the people who are being affected by the hunger security problem. and we are the ones who need to help out. That is why there are organizations such as Feeding America to make sure we are being helped and our nutrition requirements are being met as best to their ability. Just by raising awareness, we can bring change, and just by volunteering and donating, we can help our nation and the people big time. This nation needs us, and we need to make sure we are there for them.
One in
Here's
6
another
people
visual.
in America struggle with hunger. For that one person, it isn't always clear where their next meal is coming from. That's why one meal can make all the difference. It begins when a meal like this comes through the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks. Before a meal can get to someone's table, it comes from a food pantry or meal program. There are 60,000 of these pantries and programs across America. They're places where many volunteer to help their struggling neighbors by supplying them with the meals they need. Before going there, this meal came from a food bank, a member of the Feeding America nationwide network that collects and distributes food. And before the food bank, before the food pantries and meal programs, this meal began with something else, an act of kindness. $1, one donation, 1 hour of someone's time. These acts of kindness come from businesses, farmers, national and state programs, and people like you. Together, these acts spread through the Feeding America network to bring meals to more than 46 million people every year. From one act of kindness to a food bank, pantry, or meal program, one meal can make a difference to the ones who need it most. Together, we can solve hunger. Thank you for supporting the Feeding America.
Let's help solve this hunger problem, and let's try to help Feeding America as much as we can. Thank you for your time. Thank you.